here, and here come the Zerg with a lot of Hydralisks and a lot of Roaches trying to tear these guys down. You can put down an auto turret, try to do some additional damage here to those Zerg forces, and the Zerg are backing up a little bit, wait for the Banelings to come in. Here come the Banelings in, moving against those Marines that can do just terrible damage to them. And you can see he's using Micro very effectively, feeding one Marine in at a time, slowing them down with auto turrets, really trying to stop the worst of the damage of those Marauders. He does a lot of damage to those Banelings. Takes damage in return, but still great use of Micro by the Terran player. He really reduced the amount of damage he could have taken from those Banelings by very carefully moving his forces and using auto turrets to try to slow those Banelings down.
As all the ground forces fall, we can see that the Nighthawks are moving up into the Zerg base, trying to pressure as much as they can, or possibly just salvage the rest of his units to try and make them last as long as possible, and that Queen is able to take out that Nighthawk.
Yeah, what a great move by the Zerg. And the Zerg looks like, again, they're in command of the situation. Moving up into the base, those bunkers look like those bunkers are empty, and there's really nothing the Terrans can do at this point to defend this base. They're going to have to bring some additional reinforcements. He's using his SCVs to try to defend himself against all of those Zergs. And oh, here come the Terran reinforcements. More Nighthawks, more Marines, and more Marauders to try to defend this expansion and protect it from the Zerg.
Those Hydralisks and those Zerglings are just no match for this force. We see a ton of Nighthawks, we see some Marauders, we see some Marines coming in. Those Marines do have their combat shield research, which means that now instead of having only 45 HP, they have 55 HP. This is huge against Hydralisks and Zerglings.
Yeah, it's a huge advantage for the Terran players. It really gives the Marine a lot of additional use in the late game to get that upgrade, and you can see the Terran players are back in control against all odds. He's got his Marines, he's got his Marauders, he's got his Nighthawks, he can detect burrowed units with his force, he can deal with just about any threat. Ooh, there are some Banelings trying to morph, but he morphed them a little too far to the front, and they're taking damage before they get a chance to come out in the battlefield. You can see they've all been taken out by those Marauders and those Marines, and the Terrans are pressing into the Zerg base. The Zerg player's backing up, trying to sort of buy himself some time to see what he can do to avoid the worst of this attack, trying to give time for his base defenses to tear up that Terran force.
Matt Cooper's trying to use his Hydralisks, his Roaches, his Spine Crawlers to defend his base, but it looks like it's just no match with that combined Nighthawk backup for those Marines and Marauders. We have him moving in. It's looking like Matt Cooper's getting backed up into the corner. Is there anything that he can do to stop this situation?
It looks really bad for the Zerg player. He's backing up. He's trying to buy himself time. You can see the Marauders and Marines are just tearing his force, but here come the drones trying to move in, and there's the GG from Matt Cooper. Good game, he says to David Kim, as the Zerg makes his final stand here at his expansion.
We saw a great game between these two players, saw a ton of Hunter-Seeker missiles. That's a huge congratulations for David Kim. He just made excellent use of that tech that he now has available.
Yeah, and a lot of Micro from both players. What a great game of StarCraft 2.
Thanks for watching the StarCraft 2 Battle Report.